What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a Settlers 3 Gold Edition video. So this game is like 22 years old, I think, 22 years old now, so literally about the same age as me. It's an epic game where you can sort of build up your empire, get some soldiers, attack the enemy, and generally have a good time. It's this is the history edition, so it's got everything included, like all the DLC. So you got the Amazonian expansion pack, the mission CD, whatever that is, and all of the obviously extra maps and whatnot. I've never played this edition. I've only ever played the ordinary sort of first edition that came out on the PC back when it was released. So this is going to be a bit of a learning curve for me. But today I just kind of wanted to do like a little playthrough, almost not really like a tutorial. I don't really want to do a tutorial, mainly because obviously with a tutorial it's, you know, it can just get a bit, not boring, but like if you already know the game, which a lot of people probably will already know the game who are watching this video, then I think you don't really want to be hearing about how to play when you obviously know how to play. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump into a fun battle, I think. We're going to chuck the resources on high. It's going to be an 8-player one-on-one, and we're going to play as the Romans. Like I say, this game is just kind of gauge whether or not I'm going to get any viewers. Like I say, this game is super old, so I don't really expect people to be playing this game still. But if there are people still out there playing and that they're interested in this game, then of course I'm gonna make more videos on it, because at the end of the day it's about meeting the subscribers' needs. Hold on, I'm just gonna delete that sawmill there. Build a sawmill maybe up here. Yeah, I'll build the sawmill here, and then the stone cutters. And then our guard tower as well. We'll build that just down the bottom here. So this game is obviously, I don't know. See, I don't know how many viewers there are out there, because I was scouring YouTube the other day trying to figure out to myself like whether or not people still do play the game. So one of the things I wanted to grasp was what kind of commentary is out there still. So for instance, a lot of the gameplay videos out there which I noticed are extremely old. And then like big battle ones, and then also the commentary videos out there are still quite old, and they're also in German. So obviously maybe an English commentary would be quite fun. I don't know. Oh dear. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see whether or not people watch this. If not, doesn't really matter. And if they do, then happy days. Right. Okay. So I'm having a bit of trouble with the placement here. I kind of want to see. Okay, yeah, sure. So that won't be a good place to build that. Right, I'm going to chuck this medium residence down here in this little gap. So yeah, like I said, I'm hoping that this maybe appeals to some people. If not, like, it's quite a fun game just for me to play. So it's not really the end of the world if people don't watch this. But it's a bit of a nostalgia trip, and I really enjoyed this game when it first came out all those years ago. It was actually one of the first games that got me into gaming as well. So I think for that reason as well, I owe it to the game to play again and sort of revisit it. Because like I was saying at the beginning of the video, this is a what do you call it? This is a newer updated version for Windows 10 that Uplay have got on their store. So I didn't actually know about this. I didn't know if it was a new thing or an old thing or whatever. But I used to always play on the disc, and then obviously the discs became incompatible with the more modern versions of Windows. And also on this computer I don't actually have a disc reader. But on my previous computer I was having to play with the patch that allowed it to be played on Windows 10. And Windows 8, I think, or 9. I'm not entirely, no, because there wasn't a Windows 9, was there? Windows 8, sorry. But yeah, I had to play with the patch. There was a German video that I had to watch and try and translate and try and figure out what he was doing to get this patch. but now obviously this is like a legitimate version of the game. It's full screen, whereas before it was just literally. So if you go down to the bottom of this menu, go across, it would probably only take up about this much of the screen. So it's a lot more interesting. You can zoom as well now, and it's just so exciting, honestly. Even zooming, you couldn't do that before. So yeah, there's so many more options available to play now. So yeah, I'm loving it. Um, Also, if I remember correctly, there's no fish in these seas here. There's only fish in the center of the map. So we're gonna have to expand our way all the way to the center, and then we can start focusing on that. I am gonna build some. Oh, do I want to build these here now? Oh, I don't know. I'm just debating what buildings to build or construct. There you go. Buildings to build is probably not great English compared to buildings to construct. Um, so we've got our wood production here, but I kind of want to increase our wood production. But obviously on this map, fun, you're very limited on space, and sort of time is of the essence to expand as much as you can. So and there's a few different sort of stress factors, if you will. I am going to build a grain farm now, though. This might seem really premature, right? But there is a bit of logic to this. So at the end of the day, if you wait to build your grain farm right until the end of the game, then or towards when you need it, so when you like get in your mind you need your food, if you do that then you got to wait for the crops to grow and the crops to get harvested and processed. Whereas if you do it now, he's gonna have all the wheat ready, all the grain ready to give to a pig farm and the other buildings that you need. So it just makes complete and utter sense to build it now rather than waiting, however long, and then having to wait an extra amount of time on top of that. And especially on the fun map, like resources aren't imperative. So resources are imperative at this moment in time. So you kind of have to like put away what you would normally think about the game and kind of think about it in a different sense. In as much as you got to like adapt to a different way of playing. I am gonna build. Oh, let's see if I can. I want to replant or rebuild these. So if I try and build the foresters right in there. Nah, no, I can't. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll build these here. There you go. And we'll pop him to work there. Lovely. Okay, this is going well. I am going to build our stone cutters as well. We'll pop him just. I want to say here. There you go. And we'll prioritize him as well because I think we need the stone. Because otherwise all the stone's going to go to the wood production and then we'll be lacking on stone. Right, perfect, awesome. What I'm also going to do is take out the swordsman from these towers. So if I send up spearmen to each one of these towers, there you go. Basically when the bowman goes in you can then take out the swordsman, and it's a good way just to get some extra troops. And you just got to do a little switcheroo with the spearman, get him in there, and then yeah, let's get you up there. Take out the swordsman, pop in the spearman, and then we'll take out the bowman when the spearman gets there. And then same down here. Where is our spearman? There he is. Okay, let's take out the swordsman, put in the spearman. Lovely. And like I say, it's just a way of getting a few extra soldiers, especially like these early stages. You just need the extra troops, and it kind of helps with your economy. Defending your economy rather. Getting tangled in my words here. I am going to build these 2 guard towers now, and just try and take as much of this land as possible. Right. If I can stretch out into the next player's land as well, that'll be even better. Because obviously we'll then put a stint on their economy, and they won't really be able to expand. So the more that I can get off into their land, the better, really. Okay, so they've taken that bit there. That's fine. Hmm. I'll also do a little sort of woodcutters down here to clear a load of the forest down here, and then that'll expand up a load of land that we can then inhabit. It looks as though the orange of they are Egyptians, and I don't know if the Egyptians are any good. Um, I mean, I used to play as them all the time, and I was actually pretty bad with them. So I mean, personally, I don't think that they're any good, but we'll see. I am gonna build. I'm gonna mount up some bowmen onto these guard towers and get them ready. I might actually think about building another stone cutters. Having a third one might be a bit excessive, to be honest, though. Hmm. Well, I'll tell you what, we're doing okay at the moment. Um, Building wise, we're pretty much getting everything that we need, and we're gonna claim both of these resource strips for ourselves soon. So maybe I'll hold off on that, and I'll just build the other buildings that I need for food. So I'll need a waterworks, which I'll build just here. Centralize his unit of areas, his area of working just a bit there. We'll build another grain farm up here and get him to work just there. Also want to make sure that these foresters aren't building on top of, or sorry, planting their trees on top of my crops, because obviously that will just mess things up completely for me. So if I pop him back there, yeah, that'll work perfectly. Okay, nice. Let's pop it over to the side a little bit. Lovely. We'll also want our food production buildings. So if we go for, oh, hold on. Are they about to? Ah, sorry, language, Michael. Oh, I was hoping to build a guard tower there, but I doubt I'll get that in time. Sugar. Okay, I'll build a guard tower up here. At least we've claimed pretty much the entirety of this strip here. It's just a little bit of a shame that they're gonna envelope round. But you know, it's okay. We can work with what we got. Let's have a little look at the food production buildings as well. Just double check what we're doing. Do I need 2 waterworks? Yeah, I will. I will need 2. I am gonna build. No. Do I need? Come on, Michael. Think. I doubt I need 2, to be honest. So I'm gonna build my grain mill just there. Waterworks. No. Okay. I've already got 1. That'll do for the time being. We can always get more. Other food buildings, not as important right now, I don't think. Well, I am going to build a medium residence though. Medium? I could build a large there. Alright, I'll hold off on that. Hold that thought, Michael. This is what I was talking about. Ah, sugar. Yeah, they have taken that land there. At least I'll have that one built, and we can just kind of take this land all here, clear the forests, and then we should be all right. Let's build these now. Let's get a sawmill as well. What we'll do, we'll build the pig farm back here along with the slaughterhouse. Try and get in the sawmill here. Yep, lovely. That's good. No, of course we don't want. I keep on forgetting that I need the areas clear, don't I? The sawmill I will build down here then, in that case. And we seem to be getting our resources set down to the guard tower, so that's fine. Lovely. Okay, right, army's a bit thin, just obviously because we've got a few guard towers now and bowmen in our guard towers as well. Right. Need to start thinking about I guess I could build a couple of these small ones here. Obviously there's no point not building them because actually what's no oh god. See, I really want to do well in this game, and the pressure of uploading this to YouTube, although no one might actually see it, it feels like there's a lot of pressure just to like achieve and do well. Because like I say, a lot of people that are watching are gonna know the game, and I know I can do well at this game, but I just feel like everyone's watching me at the moment. I feel very pressured. Right, still nothing there. Sometimes it might be a good idea to use our pioneers to sort of claim the land around here, and sometimes it just frees up that little bit of extra space to build upon. But also, I've never really done that before, so I'm a little bit apprehensive. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to not worry about that just yet. Let our guys carry on down here. So like the production that we've got going on, so the wood production that we're going to have, I'm going to let them carry on with that. I am going to build our weapons productions now actually. So if I go to iron smelting works, right, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the large residence down there and then stop that building, and then I'm going to build the weapon production, so the weaponsmith, the iron smelting works, and the barracks as well. Get that all constructed, and then we'll start worrying about the large residence. But I just wanted to make sure that I didn't I wanted to make sure that I had enough room for all those buildings at once. Right, that's looking good. Gonna move on up here, get the gold, and then we've also got iron production that we can sort of start with over here. That's good. Let's hold on. Let's get our guys to start focusing around here, because we might be able to get a second coal mine. So if we can do one about there, that'd be awesome. We'll see. It might be a bit of a crappy mine, but a second one would still be good. Let's get these guys to start focusing on these trees here. Lovely stuff. Let's go also see if we can build a guard tower. Yep, we can. So I'm going to build that guard tower and hopefully take a load of this territory, and then we can start thinking about expanding off. Oh yes, please. Right, perfect. So they're playing as the Amazonians. As I said before, I haven't played as the Amazonians before, so I genuinely don't know anything about them. Whether they're any good, or whether they're like OP or what, because they are a completely new faction. I say completely new, the bloody game's 20 years old. I think they're a new faction in comparison to when the game came out. Like, they're the newest faction, so I don't know if it would be worth playing as them. I definitely want to give it a go, but I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just, they just seem like totally new, and I'd want to play as them first, maybe off camera, before I jumped into playing on camera, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I think I am gonna reorganize my mines. So the coal mine, yes, that is a good place for a coal mine, don't get me wrong, but what I want to do first, because I want 2 coal mines, because we're gonna obviously be sustaining our iron smelting works, gold smelting works, and the weaponsmith. I just want to make sure that we sort of place that right there, so bear with me basically. The iron is fine, because obviously the iron only goes to one guy. So we'll build that iron farm. I keep want to say iron farm, I don't know why. I guess probably Minecraft coming out there. But I want to make sure that's in a good place. But we're still only going to be supplying one at a time, or one iron smelting works, so it's not really a priority. Okay, things are looking good. I'm going to get our guy to focus maybe on those first, and then we can maybe squeeze in a medium residence up there. But for the moment we'll chuck down a small one here, just to get a few residents in the game, or settlers rather. The residence is where obviously all the settlers come out, and then for those of you who don't know, with the settlers that you get, you can then start thinking about like where you want them to be. So you can make them into soldiers, you can make them into builders, workers, so like specific, or like, so for example, you can make them into a woodcutter, but you can never change them back. So it's always worth making sure that you stand by your decision and not just make a haphazard one. Ooh. Okay, I think that's passable. That's okay. That's okay. The Egyptians have also built another guard tower there. I'm a little concerned about how quickly they're able to build buildings. I know obviously this is a small area to maintain, but they're doing quite well considering they're the AI. And the AI are, now I think we'll all remember, our game. Genuinely awful. So, yeah. Ah, hello. We got some soldiers coming to have a little tickle. Let's cut them off here. Oh, and the Amazonians are coming in as well. Ah, okay. I think they realise the AI have got this funny little mechanic where they know how many soldiers you've got and where exactly they are. So if they realise that you're maybe in a weaker position, so like you haven't got your soldiers all across your empire, they're not gonna just sort of sit back. They'll come in and attack and kind of reap the benefits of that, which is a bit of a shit one because obviously they don't actually know. They're just kind of guessing, so it's not very fair. But it's the AI, isn't it? They kind of need all the help they can get. So yeah. At the moment though, this is going quite well. Like we've got the mines, they're being built. We've got our residents there. Having a large residence is perfect because although it does make up a lot of space and resources, with only a tiny little land size like this, it's a massive bonus just to have that. I'm gonna build an iron mine there. Why not? Then we could probably bring our resource gatherers, geologists rather, out there. And we're not gonna have anywhere to build. Oh no, we might be able to build our manor buildings here actually. In that case, I'm gonna build our wineries. The winery will get here, and we'll just get him so he's growing his crops up the side of the cliff here. Actually, we'll probably grow it here, and that's probably good a place as any really. I just want to make sure that we maximize this space, use it efficiently. So yeah, like not messing up at any point really. Okay, we're looking good, guys. We are looking very, very good. Wonder what the resources are thinking. So obviously all our resources at the moment are going to our large residence, but I think it might be worth prioritizing the other buildings. Just I'm a little bit worried about us. Oh no, we seem to be sending resources elsewhere. That's okay. All right. Actually, these guard towers, I feel like these need to take priority. Sugar. Nah. No, sorry, I'm getting nervous. Okay, I'm going to prioritize these guard towers here. I just want to make sure that we get these built soon, because if we don't, then you know they're going to be able to take all the land, and it's just going to make things so much harder for us. Also going to have a quick look at gold smelting works if there's anywhere to build this. Okay, we will have more space. We'll have more space. This little trick down here when you're on this map, just in case any of you didn't know, clearing this forest is massively important. So even if you just dedicate literally 2 woodcutters and a sawmill, so not that many resources, clear this entire forest, it will open up so much more space for you to build your buildings on, and also you'll be able to have your access to the fish, because obviously, well, not obviously, I think you can't gather fish from the sea going around them sort of outside of the map, but you can gather the fish going from the inside. So yeah, little tip for you. I'm gonna say that and get that completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. Okay, we're looking good. We've got resources going out to these guard towers now, so I'm going to dedicate 2 of these soldiers to go out that way. Yeah, see, this was the right decision. They've almost built this guard tower here, and so by the time they built that, they'll just envelope round and take all this land. But this is going to free up so much more space to maybe do our gold production or mana even. Perfect, really, absolutely perfect. Okay. The Amazonians, of course, they're females, so they're gonna make like they're gonna scream a little bit, but that's a good little high-pitched scream. Incredible. Right, lovely. Let's take this land. Awesome. Oh, we definitely need more soldiers now. Definitely. Oh yes. See, look, they've built 2 medium residents here. That's just tragic use of space. Stonecutters and a guard tower. See, stonecutters is good, but there's only so many buildings that you can build. So like, it's good to get the resources early on, but there's just again not really that much point, just because like you know, you've got like I say, a limited amount of space to build, so you may as well just. Oh shit! Here come their soldiers. Crap. I'm gonna dismount our bowmen here. I'm gonna have to keep them up here, and then maybe a swordsman will pop up here as well. See, once we start creating soldiers, it'll be okay. But at the moment, it's just a little bit touch and go. Okay, right. Let's keep them there. So yeah, maybe it was a bad idea. Oh well, it'll be alright. Looking around, I think we're doing okay. Yeah, I mean the residence is nearly built. It's got 11 more stone to go. The barracks and the iron smelters is pretty much done. Yeah, things are looking good. I'm also gonna definitely redirect his working area to up here, because obviously they prefer the hilly areas. So we got to make sure that we build on the hilly areas, or sort of at least grow on the hilly areas, and build them on the flat land below. Right, 8 left. So we've got 3 in there, 2 in there. Wunderbar. Oh, we've also got all the mines to build, haven't we? Jeez. Okay, maybe things aren't as good as I thought they were. Let's clear the forest on that point, and he can start clearing the forest on that point. Lovely. Just want to make sure that we're sort of systematically going through this forest, making sure that we gather everything. Soldiers wise, we're looking kind of strong. Okay, let's get the geologists in the middle there. Actually, no, let's put the geologists off to the side. Get them to look through over here. See, yeah, we're very low on settlers. So if we go to our statistics here, and go down to carriers, we've got, is that 20 carriers? That should be a lot more. I normally try and keep like a high percentage, so I think there is 20%. Yeah, so that's a fairly decent like level to have. I don't know if people up it normally. I don't know if like that's low considered for like a regular player. Excuse me, but I think it's fairly good for myself. As in, like it always seems to work and always seems to get like a decent economy from those levels. So there's never any point in my mind of just sort of playing around with it. God, this is nearly done now. 3 more stone to go. Yeah, we've got the stone. I think the stone's just getting sent off all over the place now. So come on. What are they building? A healer's quarters. That's a good idea, actually. I think I might do that. But not right now. Come on, think, Michael. Be sensible. I'll tell you what I will build is I'll build the fisherman huts. So if I build these both here, that is fairly decent proximity to the water, and that will give them a fairly sort of decent time to get down to the fish. So normally, obviously, you want things quite close to the sea, but that's not too bad. That's not too far away. Maybe a 5-second walk. Right. Okay. Right, settlers are coming out now. They're going to start distributing all the ores and the resources and the food. As you can see, all of our grain farm is pretty much ready. So like they've obviously got a lot of grain already, and so that's going to help massively with that. I'm tempted to build another set of bakeries, but nah, I'll leave it. Tell you what, I might build actually. Is there any point? I was thinking of building another guard tower down here. Oh, their barracks looks interesting. Wow. So their buildings are very sort of rustic, if you know what I mean. They're totally different from the other games. I'm not really sure if I like them. Just the look of them, I don't know, they're quite ugly. No offense to them. Shouldn't call a girl ugly, but I don't know. Their architecture looks pretty grim. It kind of looks like barbarian almost. I think the Amazonians were a bit more advanced than that, if I remember correctly, from like not history, because obviously they're not real, but I think history might portray them very differently. So yeah, can I build the gold? Oh, I can build the gold up here. I'll tell you what, I'll build it up there. I'll destroy that, and then we'll make sure that all of our gold production goes on right back at the heart of our land, as opposed to sort of on the outskirts where we could get attacked. And especially we're doing okay, but we're kind of weak, so we kind of want to make sure that we got our land available for sort of more expendable buildings. There you go, I got it out in the end. Right. So we got a large temple that we need to build soon as well. We got a small temple. We kind of want to build another winery, but I can't really see any space for that at the moment. Our stonecutter is doing best to clear as much land as possible, but you know he can only do so much. Bless him. See, if I built another one, it'd be okay. But like I say, we're going to run out of building soon, so we're not really going to need them. Okay, they're getting there. Lovely. Awesome. Like I said, we got all the basics set up, so that's alright. Yeah, that's fine. But building a castle there would be awesome. It looks so good. I also reckon that we might be able to build a storage area up here. Actually, will we be able to? No, because there's little patches in it. Oh, maybe, I don't know. I mean, it looks like as though we should be able to build a storage area here, but I don't really know. I think once he's cleared that, we'll be able to find out soon enough, but yeah, hopefully we can. Yeah, it's going to be built fairly soon actually, so we're going to kind of want to think about storing it. Obviously we got plenty of space down here, but like I say, we just kind of want to use that as a last resort. We might well have to, but I don't know, we'll see. Okay, start focusing these guys. Lovely. I think I might make this as like a two-part installment. So for instance, this is obviously going to be part one. It's going to be like setting up the empire, you know, kind of familiarizing everyone that used to play with the game again, getting the basics set up, and then part two. Oh dear, they got some good stuff here. Okay, let's send him over here. So I'm just having a little look around of our enemy's land. So yeah, the other thing obviously is going to be making sure that we've got enough like decent footage as well. So I don't really want to be doing. Oh my god, 3 iron ore mine! Flipping heck, that is crazy. Right, where was I? I got very distracted by iron mines and geologists running around. Yeah, so part one's gonna be like a setting up the empire kind of thing. Here we go with a few more soldiers. Every time I try and talk, there's like a little distraction. Yeah, yeah, like part one will just be setting up the empire, and then part two would be you know, expanding our empire, so like starting to think about attacking everyone else, and yeah. I tell you, this game is going well, but my one criticism of myself that I would have is it's a little bit. I don't normally I feel like I have more soldiers than this, so I think that my weapon production is a little bit too slow. But you know, we're our own harshest critic. Have they finally got a swordsman going? Oh no, they do have a swordsman. It's right. So I was talking about this on a previous episode that I tried to record, but they've got swordsmen in these guard towers with the Romans, with the Egyptians. It's very, very obvious where the person is in the guard tower, but with the Amazonians, they're properly hiding away. I just can't make heads or tails of it, really. Right, I am going to build this down here. This, I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but I kind of need to. It's just unfortunately with this game, right? Like there's a lot of issues. So like you'll try and avoid doing certain things that you don't want to do. Like for example, building the gold storage hut, or just the storage area rather, along the outside of the perimeter. Like I don't want to do that, but with obviously the limitations that I've got in the game, I'm gonna have to. In saying that, I don't know, I can't build it there. Good. So yeah, you just kind of have to like bite the bullet sometimes and stick by your decision. Like I say, in an ideal world, I would do it differently, but it's okay. It's okay. Right. Promotion's obviously still at 0%. He's doing okay, just pottering along really. We've got another winery being built down here because obviously our production of wood is going superbly. So what we could build is a charcoal maker's hut, and that would burn through some of the wood that we're getting and then be able to clear this forest rather quickly. But again, space for that is just limited. Oh god, you can see the vicious cycle that this game gets you in. So I'll look. What are you building? Gold smelters? Oh my god, they're doing it. They're building the gold smelter. Crap. Alright, that's fine. How many settlers have we got now? 111. There we go. Looking much more healthy. There's not really many spots that we can build another residence, apart from down here. Also, are we getting fish, or have I totally made up in my mind that you can get fish from these spots? Oh no, you can. Okay, good. I was starting to worry that I just totally made it up in my mind that you could get fish from the inside, but it turns out you can. We've also got the blacks and the purples and the oranges now that we've seen. There's obviously 4 other factions. I'm not really entirely sure what's going on with those. I'll tell you what I might do. I might have a quick look at the stats. So, I've got quite a few soldiers, but not enough, I'd say, for an attack. I'm going to gather them in the... Actually, no, I'll bring this army down, actually. And then this one I'll bring up a little bit. I'm going to save the game, I'm going to quit and have a quick look at the stats and just sort of read through. So give me 2 secs. Okay, so I got the most soldiers. Well, I mean, no one really has any other soldiers. Mana. Okay, awesome. Right, I'm gonna load this game back up. Maybe sit back for a little bit, and then when it comes to battle time, we'll then resume episode 2. But for now, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If there hasn't been anyone watching, if not, then obviously I'll see the views and realise that I need to do something different. But yeah. At the moment, guys, I'm gonna leave it at this. I hope you have enjoyed it, and maybe we've got a bit of a nostalgia trip as well. And maybe in the future I'll be doing like campaign playthroughs and whatever, and trying to sort of diversify my content a little bit with this game. But we'll see. Anyway, YouTube, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And yeah, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye bye.
I'm thinking out loud. All that negativity is